What's up, everybody? Brett here, back with my YouTube channel Good Talk Gaming, picking up exactly where we left off last time in our Battle Brothers Warriors of the North DLC. And we're just doing our normal thing, being scavengers and raiders. We're about to hit this trading caravan from Wissendorf. Yeah, let's do it. Nice. I was hoping not to fight them in the swamp. That would have just been kind of a miserable start to today's episode. But instead, we're just going to slaughter some caravan hands. I feel bad, but maybe we'll get something good from slaying a donkey. I don't know. But it's easy experience, it's easy loot. It should help us with our supply somewhat. If we can get these 2 kills, that would be nice as well before the battle even starts. And if we can fix our supply situation just a tiny bit better. You know what, I don't want to throw axes. These guys are kind of a waste of ammunition. And ammunition is precious. Ooh, it's a double donkey cart. I think that means double the stuff. Man, I just wanted to see if we would hit. Okay, we didn't hit. Worth a shot just for fun. Move up. Don't necessarily want to engage them from the low ground. Double donkey situation. That sounds inappropriate somehow. I don't know what that means, but it sounds inappropriate. I think this is all fine. They'll come to us. We'll slay them. We have a couple serious injuries. We have cut leg muscles, and someone else has a fractured hand. Yeah, Fritz. That last fight was pretty rough. And we have more ahead. So we're going to get ourselves in a good situation, and then my idea is just to head north again. There were all of those undead places that we found. We may even be able to take our first ancient dead fight, which would be awesome. Let's use adrenaline there to make sure we can go first. Alright. A bit of a whiff. See if we can jump in there. Nice. Cause a little fear. Can't wait for our archers to get good soon. Use adrenaline once again. We've almost got this guy running. Okay, now we can step past. That was a cool little unintentional play there. We couldn't bypass his zone of control, but having him be surrounded by 5 men was enough to break him. Oh, wow, okay. Use adrenaline once again. Really burning through our... God dang it, waste of ammo. Burning through our fatigue, but against this type of enemy it's perfectly fine. Alright. We'll take the high ground against these donkeys, make sure they don't rise up to defeat us. It's sad. It's probably going to take us longer to kill the donkeys than it did for us to defeat this force. Switch to the pole hammer. The absolute worst way to kill a donkey. I feel like, honestly, the skirmish axe would probably be the best way. Just one slice and they're done. I mean, like you slaughter an animal, I guess. I don't know. It was a weird conversation that I started. Just hitting an animal with a blunt object, that's wrong. I wonder how viable pole hammers were as weapons in real life. I don't know if I've ever seen it like an honest depiction of this weapon here. Because I'm trying to think of the application, you know, a hammer I could see being a decent weapon. If you're going to hit someone in the head, if you're fighting against someone with very light armor. But like you lose your leverage from range. This like shape does nothing. You almost just want it to be like a big ball. Because all you're really trying to do is hit the target with as much weight and force as possible. And then the spikes, I mean, yeah, you can get like a little jab in, I guess, but yeah, I mean, at that point, you might as well be using many, many other different weapons. So what did we get? Nothing. Just some food. And not even enough experience to level, sadly. But that's okay, because we're headed back to Dornan. We're going to max out our supplies. We're pretty great on food. Tools, okay. Arrows, okay. And then the Dornan militia. Check out these guys. Would love to fight some militiamen. They don't really have great armor usually, but they do have good weapons. And the captains sometimes have really unique stuff. We need to be careful because as we learned in one of the previous episodes, they kind of have like forces that aren't afraid to like rove and come and find us. And if we're ever just fast forwarding, we can get in a lot of trouble that way. Baldwin the Exiled. Let's check the marketplace for stuff. You know what? I'm going to buy this, a paint set. And we're going to paint one of our shields. And we're going to make it our company's colors. What do we need in terms of food? We don't want that. Don't want these, don't want that. Get rid of all the junk. We want to have our inventory as clean as possible. We're up to 6 days now. Should put us up to 7. Sure did. Rations are so expensive. Buy some venison. Does that get us up to 8? Perfect. That's about where we want to be if we're going to undertake a trip like this. And what else did I want to do? I wanted to do something else. Oh yeah, let's paint that shield. So let's do it for Lance. Or Lance son. So boom. And eventually I would love to paint all of our kite shields to look like this. But look how cool that is. What an awesome addition from the Beast and Exploration DLC. Those paint sets are not always easy to come by, and of course it's spending crowns on something that's completely just cosmetic. But when your entire company looks exactly how you want them to look, it's a pretty cool feeling. I think, man, we're just good to go. You know what, guys? I'm finally going to sell the axe hammer. We have like extra arming swords. I can't justify using it anymore. Hopefully we pick up some really strong, you know, barbarian weapons that we can use. Everyone's in great spirits. There's really no need to drink. Let's look at the contract just to see what they're asking us to do. Tomb of the Great Seer. The Red Lowlands. Let's look where that is, because, oh no, it's right here. Okay, it said long way to the south. It's probably down here. That's fine. That's just a short detour. They're going to pay us 300 to find it. We'll probably be able to attack it. And then in which case we'll just get paid anyway. While walking the streets of Dornan, you come upon a crowd standing around a hanged man. He must have been of some notoriety. The folks are muscling one another to try and get a turn, to cut a toe or finger off as a sort of hanging heirloom. An old man is quickly elbowed out of the mob. He turns to you, voice raspy, his bony fingers tinted like sickly ribs. I think I've done this many a time. Ah, sellswords, are ye? Of course, I can smell your business, the purchases ye have made. Say, would you do a bit of work for me? I need a number of that dead man's fingers and toes. It's for my work, you shall see. I will give you 500 crowns in return for it. You ask why he needs that particular man's appendages. The crooning, shoulder-cowled man laughs, a heckle if ever there was one. Aye, good question. The man earned his walk to the hangman's noose with a penchant for violence. and an unerring strength to see his desires through. The toes and fingers of a simpleton won't do. I need a man of uncinched cruelty, and the only one I see right now is swinging by that there rope. So what say ye, 500 crowns? Remember? Yeah, let's go do it. We lose. Oh my god, hold on. You agree to the creepy old man's task and start going through the crowd, keeping a careful eye out for toes and fingers being where they shouldn't be, or lumpy pockets freshly and readily wet. It doesn't take long. A woman prances down the road, the front of her frock bubbling rather curiously with whatever she's got in the pocket. You pull her into an alleyway, drawing a dagger to keep her quiet. Whoa, I didn't sign up for this. A finger and toe are found. As you go to take them, a man suddenly tackles you from behind. Crowns from your purse and the appendages go skittering across the cobblestones. A child takes one, a rat the other. Where either runs off to is quickly obscured by a frenzy of peasants going after your coins. The man who tackled you loads up a punch. Some bitch, you want her, you gotta pay. God damn it. You cross your arms, block the strike, and twist your body to put him on the ground. He's about to say something else, but you momentarily replace his teeth with your knuckles, and he goes quiet. Unfortunately, you won't be able to finish what you started, and you've lost a few coins in the process. Damn it. Yeah, that sucks. I've done that plenty of times before, and I think normally you have to have certain backgrounds to get away with it. I think butchers make that a pretty easy thing to do. Oh yeah, we're going to take this fight. They have some poachers. They might have good bows. Some tier 2 bows would be nice if we could pick those up. But you can normally get a good outcome. I mean, 500 crowns is not a bad deal. Okay. These guys have a couple armor upgrades for us. Crossbowmen go for these dudes in the front. Our archers may be able to hit back here. Nice, and a one-shot. I'll take it. Lots of no helmets is what I was going to say. God, that was brutal. Spear wall. And we're going to send Svarog out here to try and catch this poacher. But we are doing great so far. 10%. Wow, we landed 10%. I'm shocked by that. I gotta say, I'm loving the throwing weapons. But it may, if we're going to do throwing weapons on every single brother in the front line, then we're definitely going to want... Yeah, we're definitely going to want quick hands so that we can switch out. We can throw as much as we want to throw, then use quick hands, switch out, and then be just, you know, perfectly fine for the next set of engagement. Yeah, fully anticipated that. If we can kill this guy, we can just jump past, hopefully. Oh wait, never mind, they switched. Smart move. Now we don't really have a great target for our archers. $36, not bad. You know, can we hit him in the head? Yes, we're going to go for his head. He's not wearing... God dang it. He's not wearing a helmet. So that might have been the trick. We're just going to shoot wildly, hope to hit. Even if we miss and hit the other guy, that would have been acceptable. And now we have to switch out. Okay, go there to help. And let's get on this archer. I didn't see, what was he using? That looks like just another short bow. But at the very least, we can make use of those quivers. We do have quite a few brothers that could use backups. Step in. We're going to go for that big surround. Perfect. Well, that worked out swimmingly. I would love to get the Lamellar, and I'd love to get this male here. Pole hammer is definitely not going to help me get the mail because we're going to break the heck out of it. And that's a pretty valuable weapon. Yeah, that completely bypassed his armor. That was solid. Can step in here and maybe get another shot. Dang. A hit there would have pretty much secured that. Go for the head. No, we're just breaking the heck out of that armor we want. Yep, and there it goes. We could have whipped out daggers, but it's not like an amazing piece of armor. It's not like a set of plate or something. I'm gonna run him down, and we still have a chance to get it, thanks to our raider trait. So we got 1 level off of that. Yeah, we didn't get any of the armor. That sucks. But we got 10 tools. Extra set of arrows. More ammunition, basically just to cover what we spent. And some different colored shields, which I'm kind of happy to get because having everyone have the same color shields is a little bit bothersome. Let's give that to Wonton. That'll help differentiate him a little bit. We'll give Isaac that one there. And who needs a second set of quiver? Okay. Very good. Nothing else to be done. Could consider giving someone a Morning Star over these arming swords, but everyone we're fighting right now, arming swords super effective. Let's not go too close to Campwater. All they have is a wooden watchtower, which is a pretty low tier thing. Oh, we found it. Okay, so this was our 300 crowns. Tomb of the Great Seer. We do not want to go in there at night, so we're going to camp. We're going to repair our stuff. Looks like everything's repaired. Everyone is healed, except for Fritz, but he doesn't have his injury anymore. All he has is the missing ear from when he nearly died. Ooh, 13 undead. That's a pretty big group. It's not a particularly scary group. Hopefully they came from here and they ran away. Looks like they did, which might leave this garrison much smaller. Nope, still 17 of them. Well, wish me luck, guys. I think we have a decent kit against the undead. They had something there that was pretty fast, and I think that's going to end up being the Necromancer. So here come the zombies. Wiedergangers. It's a fun word to say. I think I'm saying it right. Yeah, Wiederganger. So of course we're going to target the ones with the most dangerous weapons, try and get them down first, but it doesn't matter much if there's a Necromancer here. Because the first one we kill, they'll just resurrect. So sometimes it's better to spread the damage out. And then when they finally do engage, your front line will just be able to tear them up pretty easily and put them down. So yeah, there's the Necromancer. Nice. We're getting really lucky with those axe throws. Spear wall, completely unnecessary. I kind of want to jump up here with Svarog and jump down with Isaac and try and get to the Necromancer. And that's, for me, that's already kind of telling me, man, my playstyle is so strong, like ingrained in me. In my last playthrough, I made it so that my 2 flanking brothers in the front line were all lone wolves. And kind of what they would end up doing is sometimes they would sit on the edge of the formation with all of their defensive buffs and hold it for us. And then sometimes they would act as lone wolves and they would jump out on the first turn as far as they could get and distract huge sections of the enemy. Or sometimes just 2 here, 3 here, something like that. And then they would mow them down on their own. And then the front line would just handle everyone trying to, siphon through the middle. He doesn't even have a weapon. Not that worried about him. Let's focus on the guy with the scramble sacks. There's also an axe here. Should be able to handle him. Just finish him off. That zombie was lucky. I kind of just want to step up here. God, those axes do damage. I love it. Step up all the way. Oh man, a buddy of mine just texted me, telling me he got a job. He got a not a job, but he got the job he was applying for, and it's a really good one. If he's watching this right now, he knows who he is. He probably is not though, but I'm happy for him. You gotta try and share in your friend's success, you know. That's a big deal when someone gets a better paying job that they're more qualified for. Having the right job can really change your life. If you go to work every day and you just hate your life, you got a crappy boss or you don't like the people you work with, stuff like that. I mean, we got to do it, but it doesn't always have to be bad. If you watch me for long enough, you know I was in the army, which usually means that you have your good days sometimes are still kind of bad or rough. But when everyone is next to you is a good person, and you're all suffering together, it makes it more bearable. And I can't complain, certainly. I get to do this for fun in my free time. I always thought it was funny when I used to hear, when I first started watching YouTube, when I first kind of became aware of YouTube as a thing, I was always kind of stricken by the fact that a lot of people complained, YouTubers complained about, how hard it was to be a YouTuber. I was just like, man. Like, I get that there are hard aspects of it, but that doesn't mean it itself is a hard thing to do or to be. It's definitely hard to try and be entertaining. That's hard for me. Because I want to treat this as almost like I'm talking to buddies. And when I'm talking to buddies, I don't feel like I have the need to entertain you guys. I just want to talk and, share stories and life experience and that sort of thing. I'm not necessarily trying to be like a jokester. I don't know if I have that skill set, so. You gotta get past these. The Geists are gonna give us a hard time at resolve checks. Just get out here. This is Janold. Let's put some damage on him. This is Leisure Side. These zombies all just have a little bit too much HP. Let's move forward. Let's get in the kind of the middle of our group and then pull out our banner. That should help us against the resolve checks that are coming. Perfect. We have to expose the Geists, that way we can get to them. And he's holding back two of his best Wiedergangers here. Can we switch to the billhook? We certainly can. Yeah, he's holding them back to protect the Necromancer, to protect himself. Okay, they're coming forward a little bit, it looks like. With the banner out now, we should be fine. Yeah, that was their best shot. And if we had to, we could use Rally the Troops from Wonton Fu. I don't know if Zach has that yet. Man, they're just blocking us up pretty hardcore right now. Switch weapons, pole hammer. At least we're on top of the Geist now. Good hit. Switch it up with Ozzy. This ended up being a slightly more dangerous fight than I first perceived it as. All armored Wiedergangers, well, half armored Wiedergangers, half normal ones. With, can we switch? Yes. With 2 Geists and a Necromancer. Definitely the most, I'd say, not difficult necessarily, but the most diverse undead fight we've taken so far in this playthrough. We still didn't get him. We're going to need to get a better surround. I'd like to get on the high ground as well, if possible. And we don't want the Necromancer to have the chance to run. This is all good. This is giving us more shots at the Geists. The Necromancer usually doesn't run until he's basically alone. Unless you kill a lot of zombies in one turn. Okay, that's rough. 49% chance was not bad. $71, okay. 52? Nope. Wow, we missed a lot. Let's rally. Didn't call back Skibo. Wanted to take him out. He had a pretty dangerous weapon. Thank goodness. Okay, we missed a lot of shots, but at the end of the day, we still got him. Wanted to kill the zombie that had the weapon and the possession. And now we're going to move in on the Necromancer. Try and tie him down. Happy we were able to leave his zone of control. But it was a pretty small gamble. He doesn't have a weapon. Even if he hits us, we're just like, whatever. That's pretty dangerous, though. So the one that's possessed is more heavily armored and has an actual dangerous weapon against us. That's not good. Well, we tried. We need to get down here ASAP. Give them alternate targets. Like that, how they diversify the damage a little bit. And because he's standing next to us, we almost can't hit him at all. Get this around. If we can tie up the Necromancer, that would be ideal. We're close. Man, a quadruple surround and we still couldn't hit him. He's not using shield wall. No, but he does have battle forged. Oh, that's gross. 73. Let's get it. Nice. That was big. That took out the helmet. Good shot from the billhook. I mean, we could still lose someone here. These weapons are all quite dangerous. He's going to be able to attack a lot. Oh no. I held my breath for that. Yeah, bleeding. He may be resurrected as well, so we need to kind of account for that. Man, Sir Lancel actually doesn't even have a lot of HP. We can switch back to throwing weapons. Eugene, no. Okay, Wonton's in good shape. $73 we still missed. Thank goodness. And I think we've got this now. We're always going to win the fight. That's not really the thing. The thing is whether or not we're going to lose a brother trying to win a fight. So close, come on. Yeah, we're not moving in there. And we're going to throw this and miss. Still not scared enough to run. Interesting. Perfect. And he gets revenge. Eugene gets revenge for all the damage he took. That was a tough fight, and we didn't really get much from it, sadly. Ancient gold coins and a signet ring with 150 crowns. I mean, that's something. Hand axes sell for a good bit, so do skirmish axes, and I mean, we didn't really need the mail coif. Let's take everything, go and sell it, and now we can finally head up. And we're not in any kind of shape to fight the undead there. So now if we want to head up, we can come here and fight at Backstabber's Nest. Pretty excited to do that. I think there was a leader there if I remember correctly. No new contracts. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to go to Marketplace. Let's buy the super expensive tools. I don't think we really have a choice. Buy some wine. Put us up to 7. And those are all quite expensive. We don't need 2 mail coifs in our inventory. We don't need this, this, or this. I mean, that's a pretty clean inventory. I would like to get up to 8 days worth of food. What do we need? There we go. Just the cheapest provisions they had was fine. And you know what? I'm going to buy another paint set. And we are going to give that to... This is what we're going to do. We're going to use it on this shield here for Svarog. And then when we get another one, we're going to use it on Isaac. Until they're two-handers, that'll help us identify which ones are our barbarian bros at first glance. Okay, so Wonton Fu, he is our sergeant. He will probably remain a spear bro, especially because he keeps getting these like 1 melee skill rolls. Yep, we'll do that. And I think what we're going to do right now is give him... Does Spear Mastery help? Skills build up 25% less fatigue. Spear Wall is no longer disabled. Okay, no. What we're going to do is give him Fortified Mind. And that should put his resolve all the way to 90. Awesome. So now we don't really have to pump his resolve anymore. We can use a lot more points in a lot more different areas. Even if we just get crummy rolls, it'll free us up to take them. And whenever he uses Rally, it should work now. Okay, who else did we get? Let's look at Svarog. Battleforge. That's super easy. No matter how we end up speccing him out, that is going to be something that we want. We'll take a 3 in melee skill there. A 4 in fatigue, and then we'll also take a 3 in melee defense. Very nice. And Zach. Okay, so Zach is... Well, let's see. Let's take a look at the stats. So that's good. I was happy to see a 4 there. And we can also take... So he is our standard bearer, so we have to take resolve almost every single time. And we can get him a bit more fatigue. And for now, we'll just stick with Executioner. We may also want to get him Fortified Mind. We don't need it exactly right now, but we'll probably need it in the nearish future. And what are our crowns up to? We're over 10k again, so we're rolling in money. Get rid of one of these boar spears. Clearing out the inventory just a bit. We don't need 2 extra kite shields. Because if you remember last time we went north, we were really hampered by our inventory space. And right now our ambition is to become the professional renown. We need 1050 renown in order to make that happen. And every time we take fights, we do get renown. So I think when I started today's video, we were at 830. And now we're at 873. The best way to do it is definitely to do contracts. Because you're getting like the double whammy of fighting somewhere and also doing a contract. But we're going to head up to Backstabber's Nest. And it looks like it's going to be nighttime when we get there. We have everything we need to venture pretty far. So what was that again? Okay, a few marksmen. Well, I think marksmen have a pretty... You know what? If we get there... Let's check something real quick. Who in the back line still needs quick hands? Ozzy has it. Leisure Side has it. Zach has it. Janold has it. Eugene is the only one that still needs it. Okay. Because we can honestly engage them at night. Whoa, where are the raiders? Or the marksmen? Did they leave? Interesting. Well, my idea was to weaken their marksmen by attacking at night. Because at the end of the day, all of our guys have quick hands. And we can just whip out some two-handed weapons and form a shield wall. But it looks like they may have left while we were waiting. But they probably went out the other side. We didn't see them. See what kind of chances we have. Not good. So we'll just switch here. Shield wall. Man, we keep landing these like ridiculous throwing weapon shots. Didn't expect to get that one. Ooh, long axes. There we go. Well, I'm not happy to be fighting against them, because for those of you who don't know, long axes, not only do they wreck shields, but they kill brothers. I mean, this is a brother killing weapon. And it's an awesome two-hander. Let's get a bit of a flank going. Dang, I kind of want to pull back. Let's riposte. We need to kill these. They're super scary. The rest of these guys are using short swords, falchions, you know, picks and stuff. These are like top tier weapons. And we want to get these. Oh god, he's got the high ground too. Well, what we can do is we can close, dang it, we can close the distance, I was going to say. Try and put some shots on him. Banner out. I don't want to jump in here. I want... Okay. Damn. What a heavy hit. I was going to say, I didn't want him to have any targets to hit that weren't shielded. But it turned out not really to matter, sadly. Good shot. Bill hook. We're getting lucky with these shots though. But they have a bit of a double shield wall here. And we're missing a lot. Let's get in there. Try and get some damage on him. We're going to shield wall because this dude is going to hit us next turn. We're going to drop a dog back here. He's just going to help with the surround. Maybe give them another target. If he does a little damage, that's cool too. So yeah, that's where the hit was going for sure. But with shield wall, I figured we'd be okay. And if we can kill him before he gets a chance to attack, then we might just get out of this without losing any brothers. Well, shield wall. It's a hell of a thing. We'll post on him. Boy, did he just do us a favor. Okay, good hit. Thank goodness. 41%. Come on. Dang. Wonton really needs to get... Did they both have riposte? Did I miss that? Man. I'm bad, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I don't even want to step up in here, because him being able to hit us from the high ground is giving him a bonus to his attack that we really don't want him to have. But I see a lot of good pieces of armor here. Come on, get a hit. Okay, dog. So yeah, he had to move. Glad we didn't step back up. If we had stepped back up, he would have stayed there and had a really good chance of just getting us. Wow, good bill hook shot. Pole hammer, not quite. If we can kill him, that means we can step in on this guy. Bypass the shield there with the mace. Yeah, he still has riposte up. Nice, we managed to rout him. Let's drop a dog and see if that helps too. Maybe we'll rout that guy as well. Trying to get more people to where they can attack effectively. Yeah, we don't want to lose Chomper. No doubt Ritter's going to come here and attack this guy, which is nice. A little damage. Oh, Ritter. My bad, Ritter. As much as I hate losing dogs, I mean, that's what they're there for. That dog took a huge hit from a big weapon that was meant for us. So never forget. And there we go. That's the fight. And I think we're going to get good loot from this. Just a few days ago, the episode we had where we just got ridiculous drops from these types of fights. I am hoping to continue that streak. Someone called it a shiny run. I'm all about a shiny run. You give me as many shiny things as you can. The dog is going to get to hit before us, but I don't think the dog can kill him. But no marksman. This fight would have actually been a lot tougher with marksman. I mean, that goes without saying, really, but we could have easily lost a brother in a fight like this if they would have been shooting at us the whole time with some tier 2 bows and crossbows. Come on. There we go. Cross your fingers we get some of that mail. We didn't get anything. We got one of the long axes. That's good. I'll take that. I'll take it. And enough tools to probably repair, and enough ammunition to probably cover everything we shot. Not bad. And we did get 2 levels. So Battle Forged, 100% on Thane. That's great because his armor is so high, he really benefits from it. Want to pump a little melee defense on him as well. And I think it's time we give him just a bit more fatigue, and that'll help him carry that heavy armor. Isaac, same thing. Let's get him Battle Forged as well. Take a 3 roll there. He's good on HP. Take a 3 roll here and a 3 roll there. All good stuff. And I think we're actually not so far away from Dornan that we can't just turn back. Well, let's go back to Dornan. The long axe would probably go on Isaac here. But right now, I'm enjoying the effectiveness. Let's switch up the shields a little bit. So we have all different shields now. We should be able to identify, well, aside from these two, but they look very different. We should be able to identify our brothers a bit easier on sight. Looks good. Anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. Let's repair the long axe and the arming sword, because even if we do sell the arming sword, it's going to be pretty valuable. Head back, clear out our inventory, and then we can head back up. Maybe take one more fight before today's episode is over. While I'm spending all this time walking, I can tell my buddy congratulations on the job. I'm actually a bit sad because his job right now has really flexible working environment and sometimes pretty flexible hours. So a lot of times we get to play stuff online. We get to hang out together and play video games while he's at work. So this is a level 3 quest for us. A bird is perched on Herding the Treasurer's window. The man seated points at it. I wonder how they got in. The brigands, I mean. I think they must have snuck in through a window and then right back out. That's how they got away with my lockbox. Okay. Not super interesting. But, I mean, this is in our range. Follow tracks. Man, we're getting super sidetracked. But we need to do these because we need to increase our rep. And I'm happy to get just an ever-growing stockpile of crowns. I'll never say no to that. And yeah, our inventory is looking super clean. Let's buy everybody around. There we go. Anything in here I need? No. But with all of the gold we have, man, we could just buy 2 heavy crossbows right now. Or 2 warbows. God, that's tempting. They're overpriced though. They really are. If these were down to about 3,500, I would buy them. Maybe that we'll have an event where we can do that, but I mean, there's really no good in sitting on an extra. We're at 47 days. We should be spending money to advance. But man, if we spend 9k right now on 2 heavy crossbows, I don't hate that idea. But our 2 crossbow bros, I mean, so it's 30 to 50 damage from a light crossbow. So look at that number, 30 to 50 versus 40 to 60, so that's another 20 there, to 50 to 70. So we're talking like a 40 damage increase, and even more effective versus armor. And I think the Warbows are almost even more ridiculous than that. Is it 30 to 50 and 50 to 70? So it's still a 40-point increase. But with Warbows, once you have the increased range and you have Berserk, you can shoot them farther, and a lot of times you'll be able to shoot them 3 times in one single turn. So, you know, in a crossbow, right, you do the damage with the crossbow, you might hit them once, one turn, right? With a Warbow, you're doing this damage 3 times, potentially. So the Warbows are definitely the better investment, but to buy all 3 of these would bankrupt us completely. We could do it, though. We could do it. Oh god, it's so tempting. I'm going to sell an arming sword. And I am going to buy 2 Warbows. There's really, man, we don't need to sit on 12k. We just don't need that. Who are our best archers? What an upgrade. And then we can turn around and sell these as well. So maybe we'll come back for that Warbow. But we need to make more crowns before we can do that. So follow the tracks northeast of Dornan. But that one pickup, those 2 pickups right there could be big enough to help us in this upcoming fight, which may or may not be a difficult one. Thieves, only 9 of them. Great. Now we gotta fight them at night. But they have marksmen, so I'm okay with that. That's a fair trade. They won't be able to see, we won't be able to see. But we have the more dangerous bows. Oh, great. So we're on a wonky hill. Alright, let's see if we can get some of that new Warbow damage. Probably not. Let's pass. We're going to want to take the high ground. We're going to want to advance. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to waste all of our action points doing that. Let's get on even footing here. We have to advance in a way where we threaten the crossbows and the ranged units, but that we, in a way that we also don't leave our other guys behind. We need cover for our archers, so we're going to let them go last. Can we not switch? Nope, we don't have 4 action points. Step 1 more forward. And let's join up with Isaac. Yeah, and I see here they have some tier 2 ranged weaponry. This is my least favorite thing. I hate being on the side of a hill. It really only favors the AI, because all they have to do is get lucky. I have to kill all of them. If they want a successful battle, they just have to kill one of me. Ow. Well, let's get up here. Move forward, move forward. Nice. I didn't think that would work. Let's use adrenaline and try and take this guy out. He's kind of a roadblock to us right now. And we have all kite shields. That is rough. Yeah. Sir Lancel's in a bad spot. I don't know what we can do with him other than try and push this guy and then step back. But we're going to keep pushing forward here. Get on that guy. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. If we can get one hit there. Awesome. We can shut down one archer. That's a small victory. Be amazing if we could kill that pikeman. That's a no-go. We're basically just trying to kill the people that are currently threatening Sir Lancel. We'll get his shield wall up. I don't know how effective it would have been to try and push. Can we step this way? Yes. To try and push him away. Anytime you're facing a lot of crossbows, you need to be very aware of how precarious your situation is. Oh god. If this dude hits Sir Lancel, he's probably going to kill him. Jesus. Okay. That was kind of like step one. Let's use adrenaline, make sure we get to go first. Get in the pikeman's face, start taking him out. That's a good shot, and that did a pierce side injury. And now it's time to pull Lancel as far away as we can. Want to keep them on the same elevation. It makes it harder for them to make use of their elevation. Let's go first. I don't know what exactly that'll do for us, but we might be able to move into range of one of these archers. And it's hard for us to see, but there's like a big gap here that's pretty bothersome. Step up one more. Whoop. Okay, let's go for that. Step in on this guy so that he cannot close the distance with our archers. It's hard to tell in the dark, but I think that's a light crossbow. Or not a light crossbow, a standard crossbow, which would be a pretty nice upgrade for us if we could get it. And that's great. We wanted this guy's bow because we could only afford, I mean, 2 of those warbows, which is of course understandable. But this is the second tier bow, which we'll be able to give to Eugene. So, I mean, everyone's getting a bow upgrade right now, which is huge, and we may even get a crossbow upgrade from this battle as well. Step forward one more time. We need to close the distance here. We don't want them to get away. Nice. Lucky shot. Something I talk about a lot in my other series is the idea that, like, not to get mad when the RNG kind of screws you over. Because as often as it happens, and it does happen, you'll miss, way too many shots in a row or something like that. It's important to remember all the times when you got lucky. And if you can do that, it'll really keep you from, like, raging at the game. And like I said, just now, I got lucky. I hit a guy with like a, whatever it was, like a 13 or 18% shot. So, try not to be mad. It's like a full-time job for me. Using a lot of ammo. Should probably just have switched to pole hammers and stuff just now. What do we got? Dead guy. Hopefully. Put some bleeding on him. Nice. We're doing awesome, guys, but we still have gaps. We still have quite a few gaps in our gear. We're still using padded leather. I would love to get out of that. The Warbows were unbelievably, ridiculously good pickups for us. Kind of undeservedly good. Come on, Billhook. But that's something we really shouldn't have for a long time. And the fact that we already have it is just insane. Okay, so all we have left is the one archer. He's going to get a chance to hit us in the head, but to no avail. Lancel made it out of there. Pretty much thanks to his big HP pool. And we picked up a better helmet, so a nasal helmet with rusty mail. We picked up 2 leather lamellar armors that we kind of didn't deserve to get. We also got a crossbow and a hunting bow. Those are both great upgrades, and some quivers, which I think we needed. So guys, man, that's going to be it for today. I didn't really get a chance to explore north, but I did get a chance to do some of these contracts that we really needed to do. We picked up some really awesome loot for ourselves. So Janold is the better shot. Let's give him the crossbow. Let's also give him an extra quiver. Eugene gets an upgrade. He gets a hunting bow. That's another 20 damage per shot. And quiver on Zach. That's all good. And anyone still using padded leather needs to get out of that. It's 95. So is this. What's the fatigue like? Same fatigue. So we'll just keep Eugene in the bone armor. Anyone else? No, I think we're good. And this helmet. We can give that to Wonton. And this is 130 versus 125. So either Fritz or Skibo. Let's give it to Skibo. And I think that's it. I think that's all we can do. Still really nice. And we picked up some daggers. I don't think we need daggers anymore. Simply because we're using throwing weapons. That doesn't mean we can't carry daggers also, but we're not going to. Alright, so a few minor upgrades. I say minor upgrades, but I mean we got a crossbow and a hunting bow. Those are 2 actually pretty huge upgrades. We're going to get paid 900, I think, was it, for this? Which is not bad. If we had like another 1,500 crowns or so, I would honestly probably buy that last warbow. Let's see where we're at. Maybe we could. Is that crazy talk? See, and everything is cheaper now. Everything's 100 cheaper. Let's sell. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can make the dream happen. So all the padded leathers. Get rid of one of these flat tops. Man, I want to make the dream happen, but I have to sell this probably. Well, we're not going to repair that, so let's get rid of it. We don't need 2 of these. Get rid of that. There's another 250 here sitting there looking at us. Man, that's so close. But the problem is we need tools, and we're actually running slightly low on provisions. Get back up to around 8 days. We want to buy some more ammunition as well. keep ourselves at around 100. 7 days. And if we buy that, we'll only have 700 crowns. It's only enough for a couple days worth of work. So damn, we can't do it. We can't live the dream. We're super close though. And we almost need to buy more tools as well. Yeah, by the time we're done repairing all of our gear, we'll be down to 15 tools, which is not enough to really adventure on, sadly. But the dream, guys, we're so close to the dream. Yeah, that's all we're going to be able to do today. I might do some grinding off camera or something, go try and pick a random fight and see if we can't get some loot that I can sell. And if I'm able to do that, we might come back to the next episode with triple Warbow right off the bat. Day 32, which is just unbelievable. And what started as a very slow start to this campaign ended up being, I don't know, I feel like we've accelerated by raiding all of those supply caravans and fighting all those footmen and billmen. We're at a point now that I feel like we wouldn't normally get to until maybe like another 10 or 15 days from now. Some of our armor's still a little jank, but that's because we've been like having to break armor to win fights. But yeah, we're good to go. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I had a lot of fun playing. And yeah, see you in the next one, y'all. Take care.